I've been bullet journaling for 6 years. I've read the books, I've taken the courses, and I've recently come to the conclusion that I'm just a bad planner. Recently, I'm finding that I'm forgetting appointments that I'm making or that my family's making. My kids have sports and events and things going on, and I cannot keep track of the times they're starting and when they are and what are the games. It's kind of ridiculous. I run this entire YouTube channel along with all of my other social media, and most of the time, honestly, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Right now, you might be thinking to yourself, Mark, why are you telling me this? I look up to you to help me plan and organize my life. The reason that I'm telling you this today is because planning is hard and it's something that we have to continuously work on and get better at. So today, I want to share 3 things with you that I'm currently doing to try to improve and make myself a little bit better at planning. And if you're in the same boat as me, hopefully some of these things will help you out as well. Planning and organizing has never come easily for me. In school, I struggled often to turn things in on time because I would simply forget that things were due, and I would work so last minute to get those things done. Professionally, before I found out about the bullet journal method, I was not hitting my deadlines at work. I wasn't emailing people back or getting them things that they asked for, and it was majorly affecting my day to day. The bullet journal method has completely changed my life in the absolute best way, and it's really helped me with a lot of my professional struggles. But the truth is, I'm still struggling. I used to think that my bullet journal needed to hold everything inside of it, and that I could only use my bullet journal to do those things. But what I've learned over these past 6 years is that I personally need to put things in multiple places. So for my work task and my to-dos, I found that I need to keep them in my journal and I need to also put them in a digital place as well. At work, my teams use tools like Airtable and Trello for project and task management, so I need to keep those updated because that's where my team is looking for my updates, but I also need to track my time and my task in my own bullet journal. I've also found that by using my work calendar and my planner together, it helps me to reiterate due dates and tasks and things that I need to do. For my home tasks, like appointments and events, like I said, I'm not doing very well with them right now. Sometimes it feels almost as if the information is hitting my ears that I'm forgetting about it, but it's completely not intentional. I really just can't remember unless I'm writing it down. For my social media planning, this is the area where I have the most work to do, to be honest with you. I used to keep all of my ideas and all of my notes inside of multiple journals, but just recently I started using Notion to better help organize and keep everything in one place. I just made a video on that topic not that long ago, so I'll put the link in the descriptions below, or you can check it out up here. But now that I have all of these ideas in one place and I'm doing a good job of putting them there, I'm not exactly planning out my time or my videos right. Basically, I let my interests drive what I'm working on next. If I'm really interested in something, I'll record my video, I'll edit it, and then I'll publish it when it's done. There's really no planning things out behind the scenes right now. And what I've realized is that I need to make these things better because I feel like it's having a negative impact on home and work and even my hobbies. So here are the 3 things that I've done recently that I think are really helping me out in improving how I plan and overall being a better planner. Once a week on my most chill night around the house, which typically tends to be a Sunday night, I'm sitting down with all of my calendars and my planners and my wife, and I'm cross-referencing everything that's going on. Right now, I'm starting with work. I'm opening up my work calendar and I'm taking a look at what's coming up in that week and planning that inside of my planner and my bullet journal. I can take a look at what emails or things that are due that week, who I need to hit back. I'm taking note of tasks that need to be done, meetings that are coming up, and preparing for anything else that is happening during that week. Next, I start working with my home calendar. And for that, I'm sitting down with a planner that my wife and I keep together. We have a wall calendar, and we also have her brain. And from there, I'm really just checking off the things that I already have previously written down that we've discussed. I'm cross-referencing and making sure that everything is still up to date, or I'm adding new things to my planner or my bullet journal. Then once I have all of that, then I'm deciding where I'm putting some of that information as reminders. As I said, it's not just all in my journals now. I'm finding that putting things in my work calendar as well as my personal calendar have been incredibly helpful, and so far everything's working out okay. For my YouTube and social media content, this is still a work in progress, but I was just on a call with Rachel from Rachel in Theory, one of my favorite YouTube channels right now, and we were discussing how we plan out our YouTube content. And something that she shared with me is super lo-fi, and I absolutely love it. So what I've done is I've actually printed out calendars over the next few months, and then I start to think about specific times of the year and what topics or videos might work best. Then I'm going into Notion and I'm marking what I think might work for which month, and then I'm setting up a timeline for myself. What I figured out is that if I give a video about 2 weeks of a timeline from starting to record to editing and finishing, then that's giving me plenty of time to work on these videos without feeling overwhelmed. What's great is that I can organize them by month, or I can organize them by due date and keep myself a running task list of what I need to work on next. This is still all very new. I'm just getting into it, so it's not like a full-fledged plan, but it's looking good so far, and I'm really proud and I'm really excited about it. But even with doing all of this, do I think that these small changes in my routine are gonna make me a better planner? The truth is that I think that it is making me a better planner. What I'm finding is that by keeping up these rituals, these habits of every Sunday night, sitting down and going through my work calendar, my home calendar, and then any social media stuff that I'm doing, that process has been really helpful for me. I think what I'm getting the most out of it is I'm actually focusing, that's a big important part of this, on what is going on for me and what's happening. I'm reading it and then I'm rewriting it down and I'm putting it in different places to help remind me so that if I'm not by my journal, I maybe have it on my phone or my work email, and then that way everything is just gonna work out together, fingers crossed. I really do think the most important part of my process so far is really sitting down and doing this. Yes, it takes a bit of time to do, but like any good habit, it takes time. It's like with any project. You want to do your upfront research first, make sure you know what you're doing, write that outline before you sit down and write your paper, because it's going to make it go a lot easier. And most of the time, I'm just going straight into writing the paper. But now by taking this time and working my way up, I'm feeling better about what I'm doing. Now that I've shared some of my ideas with you, I would love to hear from you on any habits or rituals that you have, whether it be at home or work, that you're using to keep on top of your planning, your task, and anything else that you need to accomplish in the week. Drop those in the comment section down below. Because what I've found out with this community is that we don't have all of the ideas, but as a collective, we can certainly share them and talk about them. And maybe you'll find out something new, and maybe I'll learn something new and put it into my ritual as well. Hopefully you don't feel like I'm a fraud still. I sometimes just struggle with trying to get things together, and I know that everyone else does too. So sometimes feel like being out there and putting it out there is like, hey, you know what? I'm not alone, but we're all working together to try to accomplish things, and I think we're gonna make this work. I'll chat with you next time. As always, thank you for hanging out, and happy planning.